What's going on, apes? So we have to talk about the proposed rule change that Finra is bringing to the stock market. Now, there's a lot of implications from this, but I read through the whole thing, and this is essentially telling us that the short interest may be way higher in a lot of stocks, specifically AMC. We are going to go through all of this and what it means and what it implies going ahead into the future for AMC stock. So without any further ado, hit that like button for me and help push this video out to as many people as possible so we can create some more baby apes and help the overall movement, because that is what is really important here, as well as consider subscribing to the channel in the meantime. Now, with that being said, let's get straight into it, guys. I'm obviously not going to read this whole thing because it is very long. I'm only going to read a couple paragraphs of the most important things that are actually in this filing. So as far as the threshold security field, Finra is considering including in Finra short interest data a new field that would indicate if the security is a threshold security as of the short interest position reporting settlement date. This would not alter firms' reporting requirements. Finra believes that a security status as a threshold security could be useful to investors and other market participants in evaluating an investment decision, and that consolidating this information into disseminated short interest data simplifies the process of obtaining this information for users of the data. Essentially, what they are saying here, instead of having everybody go to the threshold securities list to actually see if a stock is on that list, they want to include this with the bi-monthly short interest data that is reported from the exchanges, so to make data more easily accessible for everybody. So that is definitely a great thing. But this next part is very interesting when it does come to the AMC short squeeze. This says frequency and timing of short interest position reporting and data dissemination. Members currently must submit short interest reports to Finra twice a month, and reports are due to Finra by 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the second business day after the reporting settlement date designated by Finra. Finra is considering requiring firms to report short interest data to Finra more frequently. Specifically, Finra is considering reducing the reporting time to daily or weekly submissions and to enable Finra to disseminate and collect information to the marketplace on a timelier basis. Such reports would also be due to Finra in a shorter time frame following the applicant settlement date. For an example, if Finra were to require daily submissions, short interest reports could be due by 6 p.m. Eastern Time on one business day after the designated reporting settlement date. And for weekly submissions, short interest reports could be due by 6 p.m. Eastern Time, one business day after the weekly designated reporting settlement date, instead of the current requirement for 2 business days after the designated reporting settlement date. So what this is saying is pretty straightforward. They want to make this data more easily accessible. They want to make this known to the public. They don't want to be known as keeping behind the hedge funds and institutions that have these ways of manipulating the data. They want this to be upfront and forward every single day, if not weekly, which would be a lot better than the 2 weeks we usually get, which turns out to be about 17 days between the time frame you're actually getting reported this exchange reported short interest. So this is definitely good. If this does happen and it does pass within the next month or two, which I do think it is possible to get this done in the next 30 to 60 days, we could see a much higher short interest in AMC. Now, this next part, I'm going to skip through some of this stuff. They're talking about failure to deliver. Nothing too crazy here, just reiterating some of the same stuff. But this is what actually caught my attention a lot. Synthetic short position. The sale of a call option and purchase of a put option with the same expiration date and strike price provides equivalent exposure to the price of a stock as a short sale. Despite this equivalence, this synthetic position does not currently create a short position that would be reportable under the current provision of Rule 4560. The extent of use of this and other types of synthetic short positions is unknown. So they are saying that the actual short interest in a lot of these stocks may be much higher due to these synthetic short positions, and they want to make this more public so everybody is aware of what is going on. And I think this is a telltale sign that the actual short interest is much higher, because I do think Finra has an idea of what the short interest does look like on every single stock. Now, like this sentence says right here, the sale of a call option and purchase of a put option with the same expiration date and strike price provides equivalent exposure to the to the price of a stock as a short sale. Now, this part of this paragraph is very important to stand out in your guys' mind, so I'm going to go ahead and read this again. The sale of a call option and purchase of a put option with the same expiration date and strike price provides equivalent exposure to the price of a stock as a short sale. So essentially what this is telling you, like I said, the AMC actual short interest is probably much higher. It may even be double as high as the Ortex data is implying it is, or maybe even more than that, because these synthetic short positions can be created as much as people want to do them. It is not reported on the data, so they can do whatever they want with these positions. So that is very important to at least take out of that paragraph. But let's read this next paragraph, guys. It says the more expansive reporting requirement that captures synthetic short positions would allow Finra to be better able to understand market participants' short sale related activity, as synthetic short positions provide equivalent exposure. Information on them may also provide investors and other market participants with similar useful information and negative sentiment. The benefits of this additional information may be limited by an absence of the information or whether and to what extent the synthetic short positions are hedged. Finra requests comment below on whether the proposed synthetic short reporting requirements is appropriate and the scope of the types of strategies that would be reportable. So they are basically saying right here that they want to even publicize the data of these synthetic short positions that are actually hedged for. So I do think it's significant when this data does come out. You could see a huge rise in AMC's short interest. That could be a huge catalyst for the stock, but it's hard to say when this could or might not be passed, you know, will be actually accepted or turned down. It's a bit of a long shot right now. The government usually works slow, as we all do know, but that is the biggest thing to really get out of Finra 2119. That is what is really important and does overall help the AMC movement here. Now, there's a lot of other things you guys can read in this, so if you want to click right to it and read the whole thing just like I did, I will link that down below in the description. But overall, like I said, this is a great thing for AMC stock. You better believe once this actually does get passed, whether it is a month or 6 months from now, if the short squeeze hasn't happened, you're going to see the short interest jump up exponentially in numbers, right? Go from 20% possibly all the way up to 60, 80, or over 100%, because we do know there's been a lot of synthetic short positions. But that is going to conclude this video. That is everything you guys need to know when it does come to Finra 2119. So with that being said, if you like this video, hit that like button for me, as well as comment down below and consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this and to stay up to date with everything that is going on with AMC stock. Now, if you guys also want to get free stock for yourselves free of charge, check out the link for public, no deposit necessary, no need to even link a bank account, and you get up to $70 in your choice of free stock. It is literally free money. It takes about 3 minutes to do and to actually get your free stock. Now, if you are not signed up with Webull as well, there's also a link in the description for that. Deposit $100, start a brand new brokerage account, get 4 free stocks, each of them potentially worth up to $2,400 a piece. And if you guys want to start winning on your trades and be notified every single time I make a trade in AMC stock, as well as other trades the community is making all in real time, check out the buy and sell alerts. It literally pays for itself. So with that being said, let me know in the comment section what you do think will happen with this. How long do you think it will take to actually get denied or approved? But like I said, that's going to wrap up this video. I will see you guys in the next one.